So we are back in Premier League action and we are Super Sunday late kickoff 4:30 against Manchester United. Now the last time Manchester United came to the Emirates, I see a former player, Alexis Sanchez, dance around Petr Cech and dink one in. I also see Jesse Lingard moonwalking 10 feet in front of me. Now Jesse Lingard's apparently injured after turning our club into an absolute laughing stock. He's milli rocked, he's moonwalked, and basically it's his nightclub. Now, Man United fans have had us on strings for weeks and weeks and weeks since that, and in the meantime, they've gone away to PSG, and whatever you say, listen, Rashford's penalty was unbelievable. Whether it was a penalty or not, that's up for debate, but listen, you have got balls of steel. If you were standing there in the Parc des Princes in stoppage time after a 4-minute wait, 21 years old, and you are up against Buffon to get your team through. Balls of steel. We see that our striker, Aubameyang, balls of string, basically, let's be real. We had a penalty in stoppage time to beat Tottenham in the North London derby last weekend, and yeah, the rest is history. Now, Tottenham have lost today. They lost to Southampton. That has blown it wide open. We need to make sure that we don't capitulate, we don't fall apart, and we give a good account of ourselves tomorrow. Because, listen, let's be real. That top 4 spot is up for grabs. Whether we win, lose, or even draw tomorrow, we're in the top 4 race. Tottenham are in free fall right now. They've still got to go away to Man City. They've still got to go away to Liverpool at Anfield. We need to make sure that we don't capitulate. Let's keep ourselves in the race. Chelsea have got a couple of games in hand. If they win them games in hand, they are above Tottenham. Who would have thought that 5-6 weeks ago when Tottenham were apparently in a fucking title race? Really? Bottle jobs. Anyway, allow all that. Fuck that. Let's just keep our eye on the ball. Let's go into my 1 to 11 for this game. The biggest game of our season so far. Before I do that, make sure you stick a massive thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new as well, and big up every single person that has subscribed, liked and shared my content so far. I rate every single one of you. Now, Petr Cech was in goal in midweek, and like I said in my review of that game, I don't actually think he did anything wrong, but this is Premier League. This is the big boy league, and Leno's straight back in. Petr Cech's kicking's awful. Leno's isn't. Leno's made some mad saves in the last 3 or 4 games we've played. So Leno walked straight back into the team. I'm going with a back 4, and I'm going with Mustafi at right back. I don't care what anyone tells me. He is better at right back than he is at centre back. He's a fucking liability at centre back. He's better than Lichtsteiner at right back, he's better than Cole Jenkinson at right back, and he's better than Maitland-Niles at right back. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree, but that's my opinion. I think he did really, really well against Tottenham at Wembley, and yeah, fair enough. He weren't great in midweek against Rennes, but he then got shifted to centre-back, and you know, the rest is history. We'll move on from that, but I'd put him at right back. I think he's better there than he is at centre back. He's less of a liability, let's be real. Now, left back, I'm going with Nacho Monreal. I thought he was absolutely garbage against Rennes. My man's having a fucking paddy, a tantrum, a meltdown in stoppage time up near their corner flag while they're breaking away and they're going bang, bang, bang. Yeah? What are you doing? You are 30 odd years old. You are an experienced left back, but you're up there. Oh, I lost the ball. Oh shit, let me have a meltdown. Idiot. You want to step up and you want to make sure you fucking put a shift in. Because let's be real, I rate this guy, and I've always rated Monreal. And I've always said that he's been one of our most consistent, if not our most consistent defender over the last 4 or 5 years he's been here. But nah, against Rennes, that was embarrassing. I don't want to see that again. But I'll put him in over Kolasinac because Kolasinac can't defend. Monreal can. Now, centre-back pairing. Obviously, Socrates got a red card in midweek. Absolute fucking idiot. Idiot. Stupid challenges. Why are you going to ground? Why are you making them challenges? But it is what it is. He is now suspended for the return leg at the Emirates on Thursday, but he's not suspended for this game. And let's be real, his last Premier League run out was against Tottenham, and he was fucking unreal. Absolute warrior. Which is why I don't get why he turned into an absolute idiot against Rennes in midweek. You've gone from being brilliant to being fucking idiot inside 4 days. What are you doing? Let's hope that we get the fucking brilliant version of Socrates this week. Next to him, listen, I don't rate this guy. I've never rated this guy. I've always said this. But I think that against Rennes, he was our best defender. I think against Tottenham, he was an absolute warrior, a brick wall. But I'm going to put Koscielny next to him because I think that although he's aging, yes, he's got the injury problems with his Achilles, etc., etc. I think that when he knuckles down and when he's not a fucking headless chicken, I think he's a really good centre-back. But we don't see that often enough. We see it against Tottenham last week. He can be brilliant, even now when he's old and coming towards the end of his career. But then we go to midweek against Rennes, and I don't think he was poor, but at the end of the day, he was supposed to be our leader. He didn't lead us. And as soon as Socrates got sent off, it was just meltdown. But that would be my defensive pairing. I would put Socrates next to Koscielny, Monreal, Mustafi. Let's move into midfield. Granit Xhaka, another one I don't really rate. Another one that I think's lackadaisical. I think he has lapses of concentration. I think that 1 week he looks great, next 3 weeks he looks shit. Not good enough for Arsenal. But whilst he's here, we have to use him. So let's use him in this game. And the last time I see him in a home game against a big team, he played really well. In fact, he's played really well in all of them. So let's hope that we get the Granit Xhaka that has turned up in all of the big games at home, rather than the Granit Xhaka that turns into an absolute fucking idiot against little teams. No disrespect to them, but we need him on it. Listen, at the end of the day, Lucas Torreira is suspended for this game. We are going to need him spraying passes, being savvy in defence, making sure that he tracks runners, which he doesn't do often enough. But we shall see what Granit Xhaka turns up. Next to him, I thought about this long and hard, and I was thinking about putting Maitland-Niles there, but that ain't going to happen. So I've put Guendouzi there. Now, Guendouzi was an absolute disgrace the other night. Aaron Ramsey's busting a nut to get past him. I thought that when he came on, he was a headless chicken. I thought he was poor, giving the ball away. He's weak. And as much as I said in my review that we should take him out the limelight, I still think he's better than Maitland-Niles. So that's why I'm starting him. I'm going with a 3 in front of a 1 up front. And on the right of that 3, I'm going with Henrik Mkhitaryan. Obviously, we see him play at right back the other night. What was that all about? What was our manager doing? Playing Henrik Mkhitaryan at right back. I don't want to see him at right back. I want to see him running up and down that wing, the right wing, and helping Mustafi at right back. Now, we did that to unbelievable effect against Tottenham. I want to see that again. So for me, Mkhitaryan goes there. On the opposite side, left-hand side, I'm going with Alex Iwobi. Arguably our best player the other night, outfield-wise. Scored a goal. Whether he meant it or not is another story. But he created a couple of chances. I think that he tracks back well. He's got the work rate. He's got the desire. But we need to see a top draw performance from Alex Iwobi on Sunday against Man United. Now in the middle, I'm not going with Ozil. I think that Ozil for this game would just be a passenger. Yeah, and he's been a passenger for so many games, big games over the years. I'm going with Aaron Ramsey. I think that, again, like I said, Aaron Ramsey was the only one busting his nut to try and stop that third goal against Rennes. He's scored against Tottenham in his last Premier League game at Wembley, and he's the big game player, and he makes runs into the box. He makes things happen. Yes, he does the fancy tricks and flicks, which annoy the fuck out of me, but he offers more than Mesut Ozil in these games. So for me, Aaron Ramsey's going at number 10. Now in front of them, Aubameyang, sit your backside down on the bench. I think you have been woeful. I don't give a fuck if you're low on confidence after missing a penalty against Tottenham. That performance he put in against Rennes was unbelievably disgraceful. I'm sorry, that is, you're on nearly 200 grand a week, mate, and you're trotting around the pitch. You're literally walking around the pitch. For me, Lacazette starts this game. I think that the way I see this game going, obviously Man United are full of beans right now. They're full of confidence, they're high, their manager's on it, they've got ex-players on it, they've got Fergie on it. They're buzzing. They're up here right now. They're cloud 99 and we're in the gutter. But football is a funny old game, and I see this game going very similar to how the Tottenham game went. I think we'll sit back. I think we'll soak up a lot of pressure. They've got a couple of players back in, Martial, Matic, etc. Rashford's in form. Pogba, I think, is back for this game. He was suspended for the Champions League game. Lukaku's banging form. He scored 6 goals in his last 3 games. But I see this game going very similar to Tottenham. I think we'll sit back. I think we'll soak it up and we'll try and counter-attack them. But we need to be clinical when we do that. And we need to make sure that when we make substitutions, they are the right substitutions at the right time. Because in midweek, Emery got it completely wrong. He was taking off the wrong players, bringing on the wrong players, blah, blah, blah. But this is Man United. This is up there with Tottenham Hotspur. They are hated just as much as Tottenham for me. So we need to go out there and give a good account of ourselves, and hopefully we can do that. With all that being said, I'm going to go with a score prediction of Man United 2, Arsenal 2. Leave your comments down there. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your score prediction is. Give me your 1 to 11. Would you start Ozil? Would you start Mustafi at right back? Let me know. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share. I'll be at the game. My review will be straight after the game tomorrow. Until then, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.